Look at the.
The boot.
We got. I guess we're getting them for the College World Series.
Is that Zettel's gift? Those are sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Those are.
Welcome to TCU on Fox. Tonight we have Big 12 women's college basketball for you as the TCU Horned Frogs get set to host the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chuck Lamondola along with Janice Jew courtside for tonight's matchup. And Janice, this is a matchup about two teams trying to work their way up into that number 6 spot as the season winds down because you can get a bye. Tech comes in on a 6-game losing streak Frogs off a big road win, but as we look towards tonight, it's really about the guard play, and those are our spotlight players.
And you're right, and when you talk about guard play, you talk about point guard play. For Texas Tech, it's going to be number 4, Rasay Caldwell. She leads their team in almost every offensive statistical category. She's had a solid performance against Baylor, so she comes in here strong. For TCU, it's going to be A.J. Alex, number 23. She also is coming in with a hot hand after scoring 22 of her 25 points in the second half against Kansas. This should be a great matchup between these two offensive guards.
Stay with us. We've got the starting lineups and the opening tip coming your way right after this timeout.
TCU basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. Visit your local Ford dealer today during the 40 Years of Leadership sales event and see why Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back to Schollmeyer Arena as we take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for Texas Tech, they'll have Brewer, Caldwell, CookTaylor, as well as Garantes and Terry for the Horned Frogs. They'll start Tori Thompson, Jada Butts, A.J. Alex, Kiana Ray, and Jordan Moore. So a couple of freshmen in the lineup for Reagan Peebly's Horned Frogs here tonight as they return home for the first time in a couple of weeks to take on Texas Tech in a critical matchup late in the season as both teams right now tied in the Big 12 standings. This is the first time these two teams getting together this year, and TCU wins the opening tip.
You're right. Both teams fighting for that illustrious win to get them to that magical number that gets them in that top 6 seed in the Big 12.
Nice move by A.J. Alex, who steps back. Can't hit the three-pointer, but Thompson with the long rebound for the Horned Frogs.
We've got to like that A.J. Alex comes out looking at the basket right away, looking for that open shot after a strong performance against Kansas the other night.
And Thompson again with the rebound off the Jada Butts miss. Ray on the drive, has some room, goes up with the left hand, but can't get it to go down.
Well, talk about offense right there. You see where Texas Tech comes out in a zone look for it right away. You see TCU's offense trying to attack the middle at the free throw line, something that they've worked on in practice the last couple of days.
Caldwell looks inside, gets it inside, and off the glass, Brittany Brewer, the freshman from Abilene, with the first points of the ball game.
And here's a freshman who comes in and just gotten better every game. You can see from the beginning of the season to now, she's just very developed.
TCU struggling here in the early going. Off the miss, Jordan Moore, who had a great game against Kansas, couldn't get it to go down. A.J. Alex off the missed shot by Terry. Here come the Horned Frogs. Alex on the drive, gets double teamed. Nice kick out. Ray, too strong.
Well, right now, TCU's doing a lot of movement. You got to like movement without the ball. They're missing their shots, but they're able to get in there and get the rebounds, which is helping them for those 50-50 balls.
TCU now 0 for 7 from the field here in the early going. Garantis puts it on the floor against A.J. Alex. 10 on the shot clock. That one, a line drive by Ivonne CookTaylor. Ray. Moore with the follow, and it won't go down. There's a lid on the basket for the Horned Frogs, now 0 for 9.
When you thought Jordan Moore thought that ball was going in, you saw her backtracking as soon as the ball went up. She thought she had it.
Blocked by Jordan Moore. Moore already at 95 career blocks. She has the rebound, can't get it to go, and there's a foul. Jordan Moore with 95 career blocks. She's already 4th all-time at TCU with those 95 blocks, and she's just a sophomore.
Well, and you talk about it, even on this one, you show how she gets her balance before she's going up, but she stays in the play, gets her own rebound, gets the foul, which is exactly what you want. Maybe this free throws will knock the lid off the basket.
Moore just a 52% free throw shooter on the year. She'll have a couple here. And finally gets one to go down. TCU's been a much better free throw shooting team this year, especially in the second half of the year, as they come into the game shooting just under 73% as a team from the line, and Moore connects on both to tie it up at 2.
Yeah, and they came into their rhythm of attacking the basket more and getting to the free throws, practicing on those free throws and making it better.
CookTaylor up top, thought about trying to fire it inside to Brewer, but good defensive play underneath by TCU. They go inside to Brewer, nice kick out. CookTaylor left open in the corner, able to drill it.
When you see Texas Tech really trying to get the inside-out game going, really feeding the inside post play.
There's a block inside against Moore. That last field goal, by the way, just a 2-pointer, was inside the 3-point line. So it's 4-2 in favor of Texas Tech. Ball went out of bounds. Oh, and there's a pass that goes awry right into the hands of Ivonne CookTaylor.
Yeah, miscommunication between A.J. Alex and Caleb Christian there. Got a turnover.
Whistle.
Looks like they're checking the clock. The referees are checking something on the shot clock, possibly. Looks like we're good to go.
Listen, Mattingly going over to check on things. One of the referees tonight, Mattingly, Major Forsberg, and Michael McConnell, the 3 officials for tonight's ballgame.
Well, you see right away, good cut by Jada Butts with the basket there. You saw the double team Texas Tech put on Jordan Moore when the ball goes inside, and she saw Jada cut into the basket. Great look by Jordan Moore.
Jada Butts steps in front of Garantis and knocks it out of bounds. Jada Butts been playing extremely well here in her senior season.
Well, not only is she scoring 11 points for the season, but she's upped her play, even 11.5 in Big 12 play. She's upped her rebounding all across. That's a senior leadership.
Another turnover for Texas Tech. TCU with the basketball, A.J. Alex. Guarded up top, there's Ray.
When you see right now TCU really taking their time and patience, seeing what the defense gives them.
And that's going to be called against Amy Okonkwo, who entered the game during that last stoppage in play as she hooked on the inside away from the basketball and picks up the foul. That's the first foul.
She was trying to sneak it in there. I didn't see it, so it got it past me.
Garantis can't get it to go down. Loose ball, and there's a battle for it underneath. Let's see who it was last touched by. The last touch by TCU. So it'll be Texas Tech basketball. Caldwell to trigger the inbounds pass.
When you see Tori Thompson, she's going to be shadowing Rasay Caldwell on these series here, not to get her an open shot. Easy look.
CookTaylor comes up short on the jumper from the top of the key. Thompson right back the other way, able to put it down. Thompson just over 6 points per game. Had only 3 points in 18 minutes versus Kansas last time out.
And she's another player for TCU that's really picked up her game. Again, Big 12 play, she's averaging 2 more points in her career. 8.5 points, she's upped in rebounds. Very solid play by that young lady.
Cockburn with the rebound. Jada Butts on the drive, a little off balance, and it won't go down. Here comes the Red Raiders. Kick out into the corner. That shot off the mark by Garantes, but the rebound, the Texas Tech, they work it inside. Jada Terry backing her way in and gets it to go as she scores over a Cockburn.
Yeah, Jada Terry's strong, powerful in the inside. TCU's inside is going to have to push her out.
A.J. Allen right back the other way with an open jumper just inside the three-point line. And the Horned Frogs have tied it at 8.
Well, now talking about Jada Terry, the inside play of TCU, their post players are going to have to really put a body on her and don't allow her to establish the inside where she wants to play. You got to push her out, give her a harder shot than what she has.
Ray dropping back to defend against Terry, but Terry's able to get the shot off. A.J. Alex looks inside. Nice cut down the baseline. Tori Thompson. Well, that was all set up by the great look and pass by A.J. Alex up top.
A.J. Alex did a great job of looking one way and seeing the backdoor cut, sneak behind the defense there for an easy 2.
Timeout on the floor. 3:53 left in the first quarter. We're tied at 10. Back with more right after this. Enjoying a wonderful night here in Fort Worth at Shomai Arena. We're tied at 10, and we take a look at the numbers of these two teams. Both teams coming in with 11-11 records and identical marks in the Big 12 at 3-8. And when you look up and down these numbers, the statistical information, almost equal across the board. TCU, a couple of more points per game, shooting a little bit better from behind the arc and at the free throw line, but pretty evenly matched, as you might expect.
You're exactly right. And here's the other thing, too. The one, you know, it always comes down to these two categories, free throws and blockouts. If you can get the blockouts and get those rebounds, you're going to get the better end of the deal when the game's over.
Travel call on Rashay Caldwell, the sophomore out of San Antonio, transferred in from UCLA.
You hear coaches talking about that all the time. You got to get, especially towards the end of the year, you're getting into conference play, you're getting into big conference tournament play, hopefully get ready for the NCAAs.
Nice move underneath by A.J. Alex, and Kiana Ray finds her wide open for the easy layup.
Well, nice cut, nice set on the back pick on the backside to where she was able to cut to the basket. Great spy on getting her the ball.
On the drive, Sanders has it knocked away, goes out of bounds. Nice block by Carol Willie, who did not play against Kansas, checked into the game during the last timeout. CookTaylor can't get the layup to go down. Battle for the loose ball. A couple of players hit the deck, and CookTaylor comes back and retrieves the loose ball for Tech.
Last couple of series, we've had a ton of loose balls on the ground, but what you like to see is both teams going after it. You see that right now, both fighting for every possession.
Long three-pointer, a little too strong. Jada Butts with the rebound. Another look inside for the cutting Carol Willie, but the pass was a little too high and too strong as it deflects off of her out of bounds. It'll be Tech basketball.
Well, what you like, you see TCU come down, Jada Butts pushing the ball. You got to get in transitions against this Lady Raider team. Just not getting Carol Willie the ball on the mark, but like the effort of pushing the ball, running the court.
On the drive, CookTaylor kicks it out. Brooks goes right back down the lane into traffic and has it slapped away.
Well, you have to like that when you can play really on-ball, tough, aggressive defense, knowing that if the offensive player gets behind by you, you still got Carol Willie having that second line of defense behind you.
Caldwell gets it into Terry and then gets it back. They go inside to Terry, backing her way in. There's a kick out, long three, a little too strong by Ola Bodie, who checked into the game for Tech. Ray with the quick three. Oh, excuse me, A.J. Alex with the quick three. Can't get it to go down.
Yeah, good call by the official. It looks like Ola Bodie touched the ball as it was going out. Tried not to touch it, but accidentally touched it, so it'll be TCU's ball.
Amber Ramirez, who checked into the game with the inbounds pass. Ramirez, Alex, Moore, Okomalafe, and Butts for the Horned Frogs in the lineup. Now Jada looks inside, gets the pass to Moore. Nice look, and the bucket will go down as Okomalafe, with good work on the boards, will have a shot at a three-point play here.
Well, you say TCU's really seeing the inside play. They go inside to Jordan Moore. Jordan Moore's doing a great job of being patient and looking for her teammates as Okomalafe cuts to the basket. Great play on both players.
And Okomalafe's money in the bank from the free throw line, shooting over 83%. Makes that one as Brewer checks back into the game. Brittany Brewer into the game for Texas Tech. And Jada Terry will take a seat on the bench for the Red Raiders. TCU with their largest lead of the night now at 5, with just over 1:30 left in the first quarter.
Well, you see TCU playing really strong defense in this first quarter, really locking down on some players.
8 on the shot clock. Brooks in trouble. Gets it up and gets it to go down. That's Rashay Caldwell, who connects for the Red Raiders. Caldwell now with 2. Right back the other way with a three-pointer.
Well, you can't even get the accolades out about Rashay Caldwell. She did a great job of getting the shot off with the defensive hand in her face, but then comes right back down, and then A.J. Alex puts one up right in front of her face. So it's going to be a great battle, like we mentioned at the beginning of the game.
Quick kick out into the corner. That one goes in and out. Brewer battles for the rebound, loses it off the missed shot by Ivonne CookTaylor. Dory Thompson checks back into the game for A.J. Alex, who will take a seat on the bench. Alex, by the way, with that three-pointer, now 1 for 4 from behind the arc. The Horned Frogs just 1 for 6 from three-point land here tonight. Usually very, very good from behind the arc. Struggling a little bit here in the early going.
Yeah, they struggled early, but you know, it's a long game. You hope that they can pick it up toward the second half where it really counts.
Okomolafe with the rebound off the Ramirez miss. Can't get it to go. And Tech able to haul it in as Brittany Brewer, the freshman at Abilene, came away with the rebound, and Caldwell will set things up.
Well, the 6'5" Brewer freshman really did her job of deflecting that shot a bit for her.
Air ball as the quarter comes to an end. Laren Brooks fired that one up from the corner. Wouldn't go. We played one here in Fort Worth. TCU leading Tech 18-12. We're back with quarter number 2 right after this. At Schollmeyer Arena here in Fort Worth. TCU with a 6-point lead over Texas Tech as we get set to begin the second quarter of play. Take a look at the Big 12 standings and how important this game is to both of these teams as you look down. TCU right now in the 8th spot, Tech in the 9th spot with those 3-8 records. Oklahoma State right in front of the two of them. Where you want to be is in the 6th spot or higher, and there's not a lot that separates those teams if you look down the standings, the top 3 and then just about everybody else. And that 6th spot's important because you get the bye in the first round of the Big 12 tournament, which comes up in March.
And you're actually right. And here's the other two. The two big games that happened this week were Texas-Baylor, Texas winning on the road. The other one was Oklahoma beating West Virginia that allowed that 4 and 8 type slot to be tied, allowing those 3 and 8 teams to have that chance to get up and move up in the conference.
Brewer with the rebound putback for Tech as we begin the second quarter. Look inside, Moore guarded by Brewer underneath. That ball's tapped back out. Nice job by Jordan Moore to just kind of bat it towards center court. And Horned Frogs able to get the rebound, but they've only got 6 to shoot as the ball has not hit anything. Thompson forced to fire it up. It'll be a violation, but it ends up in Garantes' hand, and she is able to almost score on that drive. It was kind of a nice move by her as she got it up towards the rim.
A good rebound by the TCU. Bright reaching in, getting the foul called.
That's the first on Tech here in the second quarter. Fourth of the ball game. Or check that. The first in this quarter.
When you see right now, you like TCU's doing a lot of different things offensively to try to get the defense on their toes.
Nice move by Kiana Ray into the paint. Picks up the basket, draws the foul as the foul goes against Grayson Bright, the freshman out of Fort Worth, went to Fossil Ridge. It's her second foul.
When you see Kiana Ray coming off that screen off the top, allowing, it has to make Brewer try to defend that. She's either going to go over the top, underneath. She decided to go underneath, giving the open shot to Michaela to get the shot in. Oh, I'm sorry, Kiana Ray.
Ray will shoot a free throw. Just under 76% from the free throw line, converts it. She had 9 against Kansas, but 7 of the 9 came from the charity striper. She was 7 for 8 in that game. Galantis with the basketball and bring it up top.
Well, you look at Brewer and how she works on the inside for Texas Tech. She does a good job of moving her feet. Very agile post player.
Tries to skip pass and just does get it out with 3 seconds left. Ola body fired it up and got the rim, but off the miss there's a foul, and that foul's going to go against Tori Thompson.
Yeah, she's really, and we talked about how mobile she is, but athletic looking, able to get a hand on that ball, going back on 1 foot, just keeps the play alive for her team.
Brewer with a left-handed shot from the free throw line makes it.
And a southpaw at that. You know a little bit about southpaws in your spare time.
Yes, they do.
Little baseball calling action.
Makes 1 out of 2. Just a over 62% free throw shooter is Brewer. Ray looks inside, tried to get it to Moore, but it ended up right in Brewer's arms. Turnover by TCU. And a chance for Tech to cut into the TCU lead here with just over 7:50 left in the second quarter. From just inside the arc, the jumper is good by Rasay Caldwell. Nice look up front, and there's Jordan Moore with the finish. Moore had a really good game offensively, a career high 18 against Kansas. That went along with 14 rebounds and 4 blocks.
She could get that solid of a line for the next couple of games and start building some momentum, building blocks from one game to the other. Watch out once conference tournament time comes.
Brooks, shot no good. Aldo Bodie with the rebound, can't get it to go, and then taps it back up and in.
She didn't give up on the play. Ola Bodie right back at it, jumping right back up, getting the tip in there for the Lady Raiders. You know, Rasay Caldwell a while ago got a shot off really quickly.
A.J. Alex with her second three-pointer gets the shooter's roll. A.J. Alex now with 10 to lead the way for the Horned Frogs. Durantes tries to go baseline, gets double-teamed, and has to bring it back out.
Well, I'm just talking about Rasay Caldwell and how she was able to put up a shot so quickly, even with the defense right in her. She's got such a quick release that TCU's going to have to pay attention to that a bit, even though they're playing solid defense on her.
Reagan Peebley telling her team to slow it down and set things up. Moore. Brewer backs away from her. Says, if you want to take it from 18, go ahead.
Right, Texas Tech really delegating what they want to see out of the TCU offense.
Jada Bunch with 3 people on her, still able to make that shot. TCU with their largest lead of the game, timeout on the floor. 6:12 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Jada Bunch said, you know what, I got a lane here, I'm taking it to the rim, and she didn't even care the 6'5" was waiting for her.
We'll take a timeout. TCU leading at 28-19. Back after this. Super Frog in the house for tonight's ball game. The Horned Frogs with their largest lead here in the second quarter. We take a look at the in-game stats. TCU shooting a lot better right now than Tech. That's one of the first things that jump out at you. And some of the things that we don't see on there, like points in the paint favoring the Horned Frogs, as well as fast break points.
Yeah, they're taking care of business where they need to. If they're not getting their hands on the rebound, they're making sure they're getting to it, and they're executing and getting the points out of it too. The other place they're taking advantage of is they're really pushing tempo against this Texas Tech Lady Raider team. That's one of the keys to offense for them, is to get it in the open court and fly with it.
CookTaylor up top. Has to give it up to Caldwell. Lets it fly from way behind the arc and gets it to go down. That's the first three-pointer for Texas Tech in the game. Caldwell, one of the better three-point shooters for Texas Tech.
Well, like you said, she's averaging 15 points a game, 37% from field goal percentage, 36 from three. She takes care of it when she needs to, and she's such a poised player when all these types of defenses are thrown at her in every game that they play.
There's another one by Caldwell that goes down. And she shoots an outstanding 86% from behind the three-point line. TCU can't convert on the other side. Here comes Tech, back the other way, quick jumper. There's a whistle and a foul, and the foul is going to go against AJ Alex, I believe, or check that, it's going to go against Garantes of Texas Tech, away from the basketball. That's her first. Third team foul on Tech here in the second quarter. Off the miss. Tech with the rebound. And TCU's gone cold here over the last few minutes. Tech on a 6-0 run over the last minute and 5 seconds.
Well, TCU having to look to lock down on defense right now and really get a stop here. And make Texas Tech shoot something they're not wanting to shoot.
6 on the shot clock as Garantes a little strong with the shot from behind the arc. AJ Alex to skip past Butts on the drive, gets some room and scores. And she kisses that one off the glass.
Well, that whole play was set up by AJ Alex, taking it from one side, seeing Jada Butts open on a cross-court pass, and then Jada Butts attacking the rim with a vengeance to get it there.
6 for Butts as TCU double teamed the ball just after it crossed midcourt. Once again, the shot clock winding down for Tech, under 10. They had to get the last shot off as the clock wound down. 4 on the shot clock. The double team comes, knocked away, and there's a shot clock violation. Good defensive stand that time by TCU.
Well, great defensive stands. For 2 times down the floor now, they're allowing to keep the ball in front of them, not breaking penetration into the lane, causing them to shoot a highly contested shot.
Thompson and Ray check out for TCU. Ramirez and Okamalafe check in for TCU.
You know, you see TCU being very deliberate on this offense right now. It's half-court offense, trying to really isolate some key players.
Jada Butts on the drive is fouled as she tries to find some room along the baseline. That foul goes against Tech's Ola Bowdy. On the drive again, Jada Butts. And sneaks inside and scores. She's got 8.
When you saw Garantes have a slow step toward Jada, she took that first step to the basket and allowed her to get open.
Turnover by Tech. Here comes AJ Alex on the run. Okamalafe on the drive. drive, and TCU has come back with a 6-0 run of their own. With over the last minute and 18 seconds, Tech no points in over 2.5 minutes. And they break that string here as CookTaylor scores.
Well, Ivonne CookTaylor does a great job. She loves that pull-up jump shot. Just loves it. So they've got to really make sure they lock in on her at all times. Don't let her take another extra dribble maybe to get her off her rhythm.
Jada Butts fakes as if she's going to go down the lane where she's scored the last 2 times. Down think gets a screen, but they're going to call a foul against TCU as Adeola Okamalafe call for the illegal screen up top. That's her first. Second team foul charged to TCU.
Well, the offensive player did a great. She rubbed her off just on her hip, and I think Ola had her hip stuck. Tried to get a hip check in there to get the defender off her teammate.
CookTaylor up top. Jada Butts on her. Taylor drives, gets around Butts, and then is able to lay it in with the right hand. CookTaylor now with 8. Caldwell leads Texas Tech with 10, thanks to a couple of 3-pointers. Jada Butts kicks it out. Okamalafe, good ball movement by TCU. Ramirez, 14 on the shot clock. They go inside, and a travel called against Okamalafe.
Yes, they saw happy feet for Ola on the baseline move there. But you know, one thing that Texas Tech is doing a good job of right now is congesting the lane. So every time TCU penetrates in there, you're seeing 3 or 4 players in black trying to stop what they're trying to do, forcing that kick out.
With the basketball, Laren Brooks. Durantes lets it fly, can't get it to go down, and there's Jordan Moore for the rebound. Alex with an open look, got it to go from behind the 3-point line.
Just what you wanted, get a strong rebound by your center on the inside, go on opposite in transition, and then pop the 3 from the out.
13 for A.J. Alex, now 3 of 6 from behind the arc. Brooks being guarded by Ramirez. Has to give it up, 10 to shoot. Caldwell up top, drives on A.J. Alex, lets it go, won't go down. Good position that time by Jada Butts for the rebound, and the pass just beyond the reach of Jordan Moore, who was ahead of the field.
Jada Butts saw her streaking down the middle and saw her open, just gave a little bit too much mustard on the play to get it to her.
Wholesale changes for TCU as they change 4 of the players on the floor. Tori Thompson checks back in, as does Sydney Coleman, Carol Willie, Kiana Ray, and Ramirez on the floor now for the Horned Frogs as TCU made some sweeping changes on that last stoppage in play.
Yeah, get those players out, don't get any fouls that you might not want to take into the halftime, but really getting some defensive, these players right now that are in here getting a defensive stance here for the last 13, 15 seconds of the game. In the half.
2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock as they go to Brewer inside. Caldwell has it slapped away by Tori Thompson out of bounds. Timeout call by TCU if Reagan Peevely wants to talk things over to make sure they have the defensive alignment set up coming off this inbound pass.
Sorry, Chuck. Well, great. You know, we talk about TCU's defense, and she made a substitution here, of mass substitution. But I tell you what, on that back cut, Tori Thompson had it read the whole time and got her hand out in the back, that passing lane to deflect the pass. Great job by Tori Thompson.
TCU has led most of the way in this game, just under 13 minutes. The Horned Frogs have led. Their largest lead, 9, came about a third of the way through the second quarter. So it'll be Texas Tech basketball with 5 on the shot clock. They'll inbound underneath their own basket. Thompson will defend the inbound pass.
Watch for some rub-offs on the inside from a guard coming off on the block, maybe on a lob play.
They get it in. Brewer is fouled by Carol Willie, and she makes the bucket.
Or they didn't even go to that. They just bring their big ends back and then had him cut hard to the basket. Brewer saw it the whole way as Carol Willie, or Sydney Coleman got rubbed off on a screen.
Now, foul goes against TCU, and it will give Brewer an opportunity at a three-point plate. Gets the roll as...
Well, sorry to give that to Sydney Coleman. That was Carol Willie that got caught on the screen on the last play off Brewer's score, but that's one of the things they talk about. Brewer's so athletic and moves so quickly. She's got a good burst of speed that got her open.
Under 5. Ramirez fires it up as time expires here in the second quarter. We head to halftime here in Fort Worth. TCU leading Texas Tech by 5. Back with halftime festivities right after this timeout. We're at halftime here in Fort Worth. TCU leading Texas Tech by 5. It's time now for the College All Access feature brought to you tonight by Mattress Firm.
I knew Reagan coaching against her when she played at Colorado. And so I first knew of her and met her probably then. Sort of kept track of her as she got into the coaching ranks. Long story short, it's sort of full circle. She ended up being a co-worker with a person who I befriended. Last spring, we happened to be sitting together at a professional pro combine at the Final Four, and we sort of started talking about this potential opportunity of me coming in and sort of observing and consulting with the program.
I had in my head for a while just, something that I thought would be really kind of cool and an opportunity. I wanted to grow, wanted to learn from somebody that I really, really respected, especially on the defensive end of the floor. So, we just kicked the idea around a little bit, and he took the bait. He went for it, and I didn't let him back out of it once he said, let's do it. Well, really, Brian coaches the coaches, and he has a few moments and opportunities where the players really get a chance to pick his brain and, spend some time, quality time with him. And, Brian, we sit in film sessions with him, and he really breaks some things down, gives us another way to look at it, sometimes a more simplistic way, and sometimes a more sophisticated way. He helps us grow as coaches.
My ultimate goal all the time is to try to help myself become a better coach. And I have. This has helped me. I really haven't been around a college setting in almost 20 years. So this has been just a great experience.
It's hard to just put it to one thing that is his greatest attribute and what he brings to us. But, some of the things I would say, his experience. He absolutely has been through it all. And I think that experience has been great for us.
I'll tell you what, I've seen tremendous growth here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. They're starting to see the results of their focus and their discipline and their commitment to certain things.
I think I've become a lot better teacher. I think also I've probably gotten challenged in seeing the game in a different way, as I talked about. Before you're going to do something like this, to really get everything out of it, you have to set your ego aside. You can't come into those film sessions and want to be told what you want to hear. You have to be willing to hear what you necessarily don't want to hear but need to hear.
I think it's a sign of a lot of confidence that Reagan has, obviously in me, which I appreciate, but also in herself, to open up and let somebody, in a lot of ways, critique what's going on. That just shows me she wants to be as good as she can be.
I think Brian's been a great pick for us, and we're really grateful just for the way he served our program so humbly. This is a WNBA champion, a WNBA Coach of the Year. He's won multiple championships, and he's sitting in rooms and helping us, serving us, and that is priceless.
TCU leading Texas Tech here at halftime in Schollmeyer Arena. We'll be back with more halftime after this quick timeout.
Visit your local Ford dealer today during the 40 years of leadership. Visit your local Ford dealer today during the 40 Years of Leadership Sales event and see why Ford is the best in Texas.
TCU with a 5-point lead here at halftime. Coming up in 10 days, baseball season will get underway as TCU ranked number 1 in all 6 preseason polls. They have 5 preseason All-Americans on their team. You will not want to miss all of the action out at Lupton Stadium. Tickets on sale right now. Season tickets can be had for $175. So go to gofrogs.com and get yours today. Back with more halftime right after this as TCU leads Tech 37-32. Halftime here in Fort Worth, TCU leading by 5. Let's take a look at the halftime statistics. What jumps out at you there, Janice?
Well, a couple things. One, you got to look at field goal percentage. So you see both not doing so well when we started the game. They came back, made a move for it. You saw that shots were starting to go down, but more importantly, you've got to look at the 2 key points that we talked about earlier, rebounding. TCU giving the edge to rebounds right now. If they continue on that path, you'll see a great effort in the second half with that and come out with a win. The other thing is how they're pushing tempo. I think those are the 2 big games, and you see that in there.
We'll be back with the start of quarter number 3 right after this quick timeout. back in Schollmeyer Arena here in Fort Worth as we get set for the start of quarter number 3. TCU will inbound the basketball to start things off here. Reagan Peebley has to be happy with her team's performance in the first half, as they led by as many as 9, lead by 5 here. A.J. Alex had a look on her face as she missed everything, turned around.
She's like, I'm not sure how that happened.
She said, I don't miss everything very often. Double teamed in the backcourt. Texas Tech able to break the TCU pressure and get it across. CookTaylor up top. Caldwell, who had a good first half, will lead Texas Tech in scoring with 10. Had the ball a moment ago. 9 on the shot clock. CookTaylor has to let it fly and got it to go. That's a 2-pointer just inside the 3-point line.
You know, there was a statement about Ivonne CookTaylor about her being the long ball 2-point scorer, and the last couple of shots she's been right on the 3-point line.
Jada Bunch behind the 3-point line. Connects.
Well, that's one thing I'm sure Reagan Peebley talked about in halftime, is getting out to a fast start, having energy in this third quarter, second half.
CookTaylor came down with a rebound off the miss. Can't get it to go. Nice box out underneath by Jordan Moore as she was able to get in front of Brittany Brewer. A.J. Alex on the drive. The kick out. TCU now will set things up.
Well, you see they got the zone. Texas Tech playing their zone again, trying to set up offensively, putting some screens on those outside of the zone to get something created there.
Shot clock winding down. The foul will go against Texas Tech as Kiana Ray took a couple of steps towards the basket on the drive. Brewer called with the foul. That's her first. There's A.J. Alex left open for 3. Doesn't get it to go down, though. Jada Butch with pressure as Garantis able to get it across.
Well, at least Jada stuck with it to stop ball and allow her teammates to get down the floor and set up in some defense.
Garantis from Bellport, New York, which is on the south shore of Long Island. That one slapped away, and the ball picked up by TCU. Kiana Ray ahead of the field to Jada Butts on the drive. Jada uses her body to shield the basketball and score. And Jada now with 11.
It's one of those you could say she was coming in hot. There's nobody going to step in front of her to take that shot away from her. She's strong player.
Garantis up top. A.J. Alex on her. Inside Brewer. 10 on the shot clock. Garantis in the corner on the drive, trying to muscle her way inside. Loses the ball as A.J. Alex poked it away. Tori Thompson underneath, scores, and she's fouled.
Tori Thompson on that one had a look that she knew something was about to come across on a swipe, and she did an underhand layup instead of over the top, and was able to get the shot off and the foul. You'll see his bounce pass kind of hesitated, went underneath it. She could anticipate the foul coming.
Foul called on CookTaylor. Foul shots will be shot when we come back out of this timeout. 7:25 left in the third quarter. TCU with their largest lead of the night. It's time now to take a look at the Ford League leaders. TCU has been very good from behind the three-point line. Second in the league behind Baylor, shooting just over 39% from behind the arc. Tonight, TCU at 28.6% from behind the arc, just 4 of 14, have gotten off to a slow start. And then you see all the way down, Tech pretty good from behind the arc as well, just slightly behind TCU there in third place. And that's the Ford League leaders. As Torrey Thompson trying to convert the back end of a three-point play, misses the free throw.
Well, and you see TCU coming out again, doing their full court pressure, really setting up Texas Tech to really take some time off the clock.
Good ball movement by Tech. CookTaylor left wide open behind the arc, able to knock that one down.
And three's the charm on this outside shot. That one was a correct three, not a long two.
That broke a scoreless run for Tech of over 2 minutes. A.J. Alex 4-3, can't get it to go down. CookTaylor with the rebound, has it knocked away. Last touch though by TCU, so Tech will maintain possession of the basketball. Pressure coming from the Horned Frogs in the backcourt as they try to slow Tech down a little bit. Left open in the corner, there's a long three, and Ola Bodie knocks it down.
Yeah, they put her on the corner there off that press breaker, and it'll put Jordan Moore in a position where she's probably not used to going out to three-point to
Torrey Thompson comes right back with the answer as she drains a three of her own. Thompson now with 9 for the night, 1 of 2 behind the arc. Both teams, we looked at those Ford League leaders, very good from behind the three-point line, showing it here over the last couple of minutes. A block inside by the Horned Frogs.
Well, solid effort on Jordan Moore defending Jada Terry, who had it in the inside.
A.J. Alex up and under with the scoop. Alex now with 15 to lead the way for the Horned Frogs. Jada Butts has 13. Cook Thompson on the drive is cut off, but there's a foul called against the Horned Frogs, and it goes against Okomalafe.
Well, TCU heating up a little bit after the full court pressure, getting some rhythm in their offense. You can tell they're pushing it, stressing, pushing the ball, and pushing Texas Tech back on their heels on defense.
Nice shot in traffic as Laren Brooks is able to get it up and in. She'll have an opportunity for a three-point play. She'll step to the line. The foul against Okomalafe, her second team foul, and Brooks will go to the line here to try and convert the three-point play. And being just under an 85% free throw shooter, is able to knock it down.
Sometimes players there are certain players out there that like the pressure. I know that sounds funny sometimes, but Laren Brooks, to me, looks like she's playing more confident when she has all the pressure on her.
Jordan Moore on the drive, and hitting the court was Ola Bodie or check that. It was Jada Terry who went down to the court. The foul was on Terry, that's her third. It was a non-shooting foul. Nice play by TCU. Jada Butts triggered the inbound pass, jumped back in the court, and then got the entry pass.
Where did Jada Butts get the hops from? Gosh, she just went above the rim to grab the pass and then just did a quick baseline spin, put it in. Nice looking play by Jada Butts.
Butts with 15 now, had 13 against KU. Long three, Terry with the rebound. Goes into Jordan Moore with his shoulder, no foul called. Can't convert, here comes TCU back the other way. Nice crossover by A.J. Alex, and she drains the 15-footer.
She broke some ankles on that play right there in front of the whole 2 defenders, coming back on a crossover and knocking it down.
Caldwell can't get it to go. Jada Butts with the rebound. TCU trying to push. Inside, Moore gets it. Nice feed, A.J. Alex. Nice play work by the Horned Frogs on the give and go.
I like the movement right now. They're clicking on all cylinders. You see where guards are seeing the post cutting to the basket and vice versa. They're seeing them running the outside.
TCU on a 6-0 run over the last minute. Down goes Caldwell for Tech. Brew is going to check into the game. Timeout on the floor. TCU leading 55-43. Back with more third quarter action right after this. TCU with their largest lead. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. As we take a look at what our spotlight players have done to this point.
When you look at them, of course, TCU went on a 6-0 run, but Rasay Caldwell's coming in 10 points. She has a rebound, 3 assists, doing what she knows. She's in solid line. Then A.J. Alex getting hot, going 17 points, 2 rebounds, continuing what she did from last game. Solid performances by both point guards.
Texas Tech to inbound out of the timeout. CookTaylor with the basketball. Up top, Tori Thompson guarding her. Caldwell. A.J. Alex. TCU switched to man-to-man defense here.
Yeah, you see Texas Tech with a lot of on-ball screens trying to get their offensive player open, the on-ball.
Whistle and a foul. Kiana Ray will be called for it. That's her first foul. 4th team foul charged for TCU here in the third quarter. Quick inbound pass to Brewer. There's a whistle and a foul away from the basketball, and that is going to be called against Texas Tech. Rasay Caldwell called for the foul.
Missed that one, but the refs, I guess, saw it all the way in. Looked like a hold, possibly on the cut.
Her first foul, just the second. We'll check that 4th on Texas Tech here in the court. Ray left wide open, just along the free throw line, can't get it to go. Caldwell against Ramirez to the baseline, in and out. And there's Jordan Moore for the rebound.
Well, that's all she had to do. Amber Ramirez, just keep the offensive player in front of you and just get a contest shot.
Another great look by A.J. Alex. Jordan Moore just couldn't finish. And A.J. Alex has seen a lot on the inside tonight. A lot of open looks for players, thanks to A.J. Alex. Ray trying to push the ball for TCU off the miss. Is going to go coast to coast and score.
Kiana Ray saw it coming in. She elevated right at the right time. Olabode tried to get a hand in there, but Kiana Ray too fast and too quick on the release.
5 for Kiana Ray tonight. There's a whistle and a foul. Ramirez will be called for the personal foul. That's the 15th foul, second on Ray. Caldwell will go to the line for Texas Tech.
Well, maybe Caldwell's free throw right here will break. No field goals in the last 3 minutes.
Caldwell 1 for 1 from the free throw line tonight, makes the first. Caldwell just over 78% from the free throw line, so he's pretty much automatic. We'll have another one coming. Can't get that one to go down, and the loose ball is corralled by Jordan Moore of TCU.
Well, Jordan Moore continues to control the boards, which is one thing that she's going to have to do in this next quarter and a half.
Jordan Moore using her body in the left hand to score. Now has 8.
Yep, 8 points and 11 boards. Solid line, 2 and 2 for the free throw.
Brewer gives it up. Durantes with the basketball. 10 to shoot. Brooks goes around Ramirez, who slaps it away, and then Amber Ramirez is called for the foul.
Well, you see that Durantes took it to the baseline and tried to take it in there. She's just too late to come over. Larry Brooks, coming over. The official saw Amber Ramirez giving the tap on the hand.
First one is good. Ramirez called for her second foul. Brooks makes them both. Minute 54 left in the third quarter. A.J. Alex walks the ball up. Ramirez, nice crossover, found some space. The floater won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Brewer of Texas Tech.
Yeah, you can see Amber Ramirez coming in there with a floater instead of getting her feet down solid.
Brewer does a good job with Moore all over to get it up and in off the glass. Brewer now at 10.
10 points and 46% from the field goal. Solid play.
There's Jordan Moore on the inside again. Moore has really grown over the last couple of games for the Horned Frogs. She's got 10 now, 4 of 10 from the field.
Well, we talked about her building blocks of 2 good games back-to-back, hoping to create more as they go into Big 12 conference play.
And we saw a lot of Jordan Moore underneath as there's a takeaway by TCU and the foul called against Brooks. But we saw her play really well early in the year. She just couldn't finish, and now she's starting to finish some of those easy shots underneath.
And I bet if she goes to watch tape today, she's going to see about 8 points that she left on the floor.
A.J. Alex will shoot free throws off the foul called on Brooks. That was her first. 15th foul against Tech, and A.J. Alex will step to the line, an 81% free throw shooter. She comes up short.
I'm glad you said it, not me. Jinx the free throw shooter.
17 for A.J. Alex.
Over 80% at that, too. She'd like to have that one back.
And she just came up a little bit short with it. She'll have another chance here. 1 out of 2 for Alex, who has 18.
That second one is always easier to make for most players. Get comfortable. No pressure.
Under a minute left in the third quarter. CookTaylor gets a screen, able to get the shot off. It's good. It's a 2-point basket, but the foul will go against Amber Ramirez of TCU, and it will give CookTaylor an opportunity for the conventional 3-point play. That's the second
Well, you see CookTaylor coming off a Brewer's screen and really elevating, and Amber Ramirez just bumping her with the body, going over the top. But nice, solid shot by Ivonne CookTaylor.
CookTaylor will go to the line for the first time tonight as Ramirez takes a seat on the bench. Kiana Ray back in the game for the Horned Frogs. CookTaylor can't convert the three-pointer, but gets her own rebound and then drives against Jordan Moore and draws the foul.
Ivonne CookTaylor said, look, I'm just going to shoot the three-point, then I'm going to get my own rebound and go right back in. Somebody's going to have to block me out.
So she'll get another opportunity to shoot free throws. 9 rebounds for CookTaylor. And go along with 15 points. Makes the first free throw. Good free throw shooters, 76%. She'll have another one coming here. Can't get that one to go, and this time the Horned Frogs, Okakwu comes down with the rebound.
And tonight Okakwo's been quiet. This is a player who's talented, who started the year really strong. Just not as strong a game tonight, but don't count her out because she's a player that's got a great, solid-looking shot and can make things happen.
No points for her tonight in 13 minutes. We'll check that in just 3 minutes. 3 on the shot clock. They get it out to Garantes. Fires it up from 3, can't get it to go. As the quarter comes to a close. TCU leading Tech after 3, 62-51. We're back with the start of quarter number 4 right after this. We're back in Fort Worth. TCU leading Texas Tech 62-51. The Horned Frogs have led throughout most of this game, almost 24 minutes of the contest. As we take a look at the in-game stats, TCU shooting the ball very well to this point, shooting just under 50%, 49% for the game, and that's really the difference in the game, how well they've shot from the field. Neither team shooting as well from behind the arc as we expected.
Well, and TCU being very efficient in their offense and taking high percentage shots, which created that 49%. So they're getting the looks they want, and it could be even better that. You have to remember all those inside baskets that were missed early on.
Texas Tech with the basketball. They go inside. The pass is high and deflected away. And into the arms of Tori Thompson, who tries to push the ball up the floor and does, but the pass a little bit behind Kiana Ray as Ray was streaking down the lane.
Well, you got to like the look. They're pushing it. That's what they need. That's where they excel, is when they're pushing tempo and trying to get them in those lanes and cutting through slashing through the lane to get to the basket.
CookTaylor tries to go inside. Jordan Moore slaps it away from Terry. And the thing that stands out in this game, as opposed to when we saw TCU play Texas earlier, is they're not undersized. TCU and Tech match up about the same on the inside, as there's a foul called against Brooks, so it'll be TCU basketball. But if you take a look at the post players for both teams, they're about equal size. And you know, we saw that TCU overmatched earlier this year by Oklahoma and by Texas because of their size advantage inside.
And learning from that early on and bringing it to this game when they go against this. Same thing, Kiana Ray's guarding Brewer 6'5", but her reach is she's so long in her stature that it creates havoc, just even though she doesn't have the inches on her.
Off the miss, TCU with another rebound. Inside it goes. Moore, nice kick out to Ray. They go right back into Moore, but it's slapped away. Here comes Texas Tech. CookTaylor on the drive, able to score around Kiana Ray.
Well, a couple things. You don't want to just start trading baskets here. You want to make sure you're taking high percentage shots, just like A.J. Alex knocking one down from the 18-footer, but more importantly, getting lockdown defense and really putting this game away for them.
20 for Alex tonight. She leads the Horned Frogs. There's a whistle and a foul, and the foul is going to go against Texas Tech. It's called against Jada Terry, the junior out of Cedar Hill.
Again, solid defense. All the defensive numbers from last year to this year are better. Scoring defense, field goal percentage, three-point field goal percentage. Their turnover margins is better. So overall, TCU's defense has done a great job of from last year to this year, even with such a young group.
That's the fourth foul on Terry, by the way. Oh, yeah, there's no question. They've done a very good job. And it is a very young team for the Horned Frogs. 10 to shoot. Jada Butts with the basketball, one of the few seniors on the floor right now. Jordan Moore can't corral the entry pass. Last touch by Tech. TCU will have the basketball, but just 4 seconds to shoot.
Get a quick open look and possibly not even come down, but you got time. You got 4 seconds.
Moore gives it up to Alex. There's one. She has to fire it up. It almost makes it. And the off-balance three-pointer. Durantes with the rebound, trying to go all the way, goes behind the back and then is fouled. And Jordan Moore is going to be called for the foul. That's the second on Jordan Moore, and that will send Durantes to the line.
Well, she does it behind the back, gets Tori leaning left as she comes behind the back, going her left, which is a great move. Puts her at the free throw line.
Really, Durantes knocks that one down. Durantes, a very good free throw shooter. I talked about the fact that she came from Bellport, New York, which is on Long Island on the South Shore. Misses that one. I asked her before this game, I said, how did you end up in Lubbock, Texas? And what do you think? And she said, well, I'm a gym rat, so I'm in the gym. It doesn't really matter where I happen to be.
That's a long way from home.
It is, right on the water versus West Texas. Jada Butts for three. Jada now with 18. 2 for 4 from Jada behind the three-point line. Into the corner it goes. Left open for the open jumper was Ivonne CookTaylor, but it wouldn't go. And there's a foul against the Horned Frogs. It's called underneath, away from the ball.
Got the reach in on Tori Thompson for the call. But Jada Butts, think about the senior leadership. You got Jada Butts and A.J. Alex carrying this team on their shoulders right now, and that's exactly where you want this team to be.
CookTaylor over Jada Butts. It won't go. There's Kiana Ray battling inside. Comes away with the rebound. Jada Butts on the drive. How she got through traffic, I don't know, but she's not able to convert, but will shoot free throws.
Well, her decision making on that was quick, and it was the right one. Had them in transition. They weren't locked in on where they needed to be. They weren't solid on their feet. Got them shifting slow, so she took it straight to the rim.
Rashae Caldwell called for her second foul. Jada Butts will go to the line. Makes the first. That's the first free throws of the night for Jada Butts, who's been very good from the free throw line, especially over the last few ball games. Just over 77% on the season, but he was 4 or 5 against Kansas. A couple of weeks ago, we saw her knock down 9 out of 10.
You're right. That's such a, yeah, you're right. That's such a big part of her game. Is the dribble penetration, taking it to the rim, trying to get to the free throw line.
Jada Butts and A.J. Alex now with 20. Taylor lost a handle. Fans wanted a double dribble call. Garantes has it slapped away. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Tech basketball with 9 to shoot on the shot clock.
He had 4 players pointing one way and 4 players pointing the other. So the officials were like, I guess I'll go with my call. They were lobbying.
And they're going to say that there's a violation and she stepped over the line or on the end line.
I think it was a dead ball. She didn't have the run of the baseline, I believe.
Well, TCU off the turnover has the basketball and the big lead. The largest lead of the night. Jada Butts again inside, can't get that one to go down. CookTaylor comes away with the rebound.
She's got that drop step down. Too bad she's not 6'5" a post player, because she would kill people on the inside. Quick, solid move.
A.J. Alex able to knock it away from Caldwell, but Caldwell regains possession. There's a foul on Kiana Ray as Caldwell tried to go around the sideline. Second foul on Ray. Third team foul, so it's a no shooting foul. Tech will inbound as Okomalafe will check back in the game for Jada Butts.
Again, you see Texas Tech going through these spurts where they have a hard time making a basket. They're going almost 3 minutes now without a basket, and as soon as I mention it, you got when Rashae Caldwell steps up to the plate.
Caldwell
hits
now
one
with 14. CookTaylor has 18 and Brewer 10 to lead the way for Texas Tech. Okomalafe skip pass knocked away as Ivonne CookTaylor knocked it away, and they're going to say it was deflected off of Ray, and Kiana Ray kind of went down looking at her hands like, I don't think so, but
she was lobbying pretty hard for that. She must have seen something.
They get it inside. Brewer with the kick out. They get it back to Brewer underneath, can't convert. The rebound Tech. CookTaylor came out of the scuffle with it and then fires it up. There's a whistle and a foul. This time it's going to go against Texas Tech. And it will go against Deo Olabate.
Well, TCU doing a solid job of blocking out during that offensive series. Allowed them to get in good position to be able to get to the ball.
Olabode call for her second. TCU content to take time off the clock here.
Critical time, 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Really set up your offense. Go to something you like, be comfortable with it.
Tori Thompson behind the arc. Gill gets it to go down. Thompson now in double digits with 12.
And she's had a knack for knocking down the big shot at the right time. We've watched many games where she's been able to do that.
A.J. Alex trying to fight her way through a screen. is called for the foul. There's a timeout on the floor with 4:34 left in the ballgame. The Horned Frogs leading Texas Tech 72-57. Back after this.
TCU basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. Visit your local Ford dealer today during the 40 Years of Leadership sales event and see why Ford is the best in Texas.
A.J. Alex, one of our spotlight players to the game prior to the start of this game. And she's been terrific tonight as we look at what she has done. She's done it from the inside. She's done it from the outside. 20 points for A.J. Alex, 8 of 15 from the floor. She's also 3 of 9 behind the arc and has tossed in 8 assists tonight for good measure. So A.J. Alex living up to her billing as the spotlight player of the game. Off the timeout, there's a quick foul called against Texas Tech. Went against Olubade.
You're right, you have 2 back-to-back games as A.J. Alex has had. You know, you got to be feeling pretty good going into next week's or the next game coming up.
Jordan Moore tried to give that up to Jada Butts. Probably should have just turned around and shot it. Long 3, no good. And right there for the rebound is Garantes, and she puts it back, and she's also fouled, so she'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that was a long shot by Rasay Caldwell, but Garantes working herself in the inside of the defender area to be able to put it right back up and get the foul, make it a 3-point play.
That foul called against A.J. Alex underneath. Just her second foul as Garantes made the free throw.
3:48 left. Value the possession of the ball. You don't want to take chances here. Just do your offense that you're comfortable with. Take care of the ball and get a good high percentage shot.
Ramirez, a long 3 from straight away. Can't get it to go down. And Brewer with the rebound for Tech. There's still some time left on the shot clock. They didn't have to settle for that long-range 3.
Yeah, I probably would have worked the ball a little bit better, try to get a better shot than that, but
Caldwell, nice pass inside. After dribbling to the right side, drawing the TCU up defense that way. Found a wide open Brewer for 2. Brewer now with 12 for Tech. Ramirez. Thompson thought about pulling the trigger, elected to pass it.
So a bounce pass on the outside. She almost got a steal. Garantes again, hands in the passing lane.
A.J. Alex with the miss. Jada Butts and Brewer battling for the basketball on the sideline. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jada Butts, so it'll be Texas Tech ball.
Well, what you don't want to have is a player trying to do too much and trying to make the big play. Just go with the flow of the offense, stay with what you know, and get that high percentage shot that we talk about, especially in the last 2 minutes when every possession counts.
CookTaylor lets it fly, can't get it to go. There's Brewer for the basket, for the rebound and the putback, but she's going to be called for the foul as she pushed Jordan Moore out of the way. Now Brewer called for the foul. That's her second. And it will result in shots for Jordan Moore. She'll step to the free throw line.
Well, that couldn't have come at a better time. The last couple of times, TCU not looking at a great shot at the basket. Now it's got a chance to put some points on the board.
Moore 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight, makes the first. Jordan Moore, who's just a 52% free throw shooter on the year, but she's been shooting a lot better from the free throw line.
Well, whatever she's been doing in practice, keep on doing it. It's working.
Can't get that one to go down. Okomolafe battling for the rebound, and last touch by her. So it'll be Tech basketball. But a good job. Okomolafe almost came down with that rebound off the missed free throw.
Yeah, they'll throw the ball in, hoping to save some time on the clock.
Caldwell, A.J. Alex on her, lets it go. That one came up short. TCU with the rebound. Thompson gets it into the corner. There's Okomolafe underneath, can't get it to go. The foul is going to be called against her. An offensive foul called against Okomolafe.
I'm not sure I saw the offensive foul on that drive. Sorry, I have to disagree with the official on that. I just didn't see it. I thought it was a good, solid move. The defender was right there. I didn't see displacement.
The only opinion that counts, though, is from the official on the floor, not from the one sitting here at the scorer's table.
Right, I don't wear the stripes. I'll let the stripes do their job.
Inside it goes, double team coming. Moore able to rip down the rebound off the miss that time by Jada Terry.
Yeah, I'll stay behind here. I'll let them do their job. And it was across the court, too. I didn't have a great angle.
We're entitled to an opinion, though. Jada Butts gives it up. Thompson content to hold the ball up top. Garantes guarding her. A.J. Alex on the drive, kicks it out. Jada Butts left open for 3, and she gets it. Jada Butts knocks it down. She's got 23. 3 for 5 from three-point land tonight. Caldwell fired up quickly with Tech trailing, and A.J. Alex comes away with the miss.
Well, she's been solid, and I tell you what, that was good offense. They passed the ball around, got her on a skip pass. She had her feet underneath her. Good-looking form.
Jada Butts and A.J. Alex combining for 43 points tonight. Jada Butts leading the way with 23. 7 on the shot clock. Tori Thompson trying to find some space. Dribbles it off her foot and out of bounds.
Didn't have it quite open on that shot, but you're right. You have A.J. Alex and Jada Butts having a solid performance tonight from both. And actually on both sides. They did a great job defending today, too, on holding some of Tech's better players, even though Caldwell's got 14, CookTaylor's got 18. Overall, keeping them out of rhythm most of the night.
Okomolafe with the rebound for TCU off the miss. Jada Butts' line tonight, 23 points, 10 rebounds. and an assist in 33 minutes. And TCU will dribble out the time here as the shot clock is off. 12 seconds remaining. Durantes just kind of standing as A.J. Alex dribbles away the final seconds of this one, and TCU will come away with a huge victory here at home against Texas Tech. As the Horned Frogs win it tonight by a final score of 76-62 to run their record to 12-11 overall. 4-8 in Big 12 play, which will jump them up into that position of 5th or 6th, depending upon what happens in the rest of the league. And the Frogs now 11-4 here at home. For Tech, they fall to 11-12, 0-9 away from home this year for the Lady Red Raiders, and now 3-9 in Big 12 play. So a huge win for the Horned Frogs here at home. And TCU will play their next game at against Baylor here at home on Sunday at 3 o'clock, and that should be a great one. TCU with the victory tonight as they defeat Texas Tech 76-62.